I'm going to try to make this video as transparent and as thorough but quickly as possible. This happened when I was around like 21 years old. We were actually coming back from the passing of my grandfather, and that in itself was already an emotional roller coaster. We got back home, which was Georgia, around like 6 a.m. in the morning, and we went to sleep, most of us. And I went to sleep, and in my dream, it seemed very quickly. I don't even remember how long I was asleep before I dreamt this. But in the dream, I saw very black, dead-like skin, long, dead black nails, almost like what do they call it? Like the coffin nails is exactly what it was. And I couldn't see the enemy's face, but it was really dark, and he had me by the throat. And I wasn't really trying to see his face, but you knew, it's like in the dream you knew who he was. And he grabbed me by my throat and he told me, and I'll try to reenact the voice just so you're able to get the gist of it. But and I'll never forget it. But he was like, "You are mine." It was a very deep, scary, groggly voice. I remember waking up, I couldn't breathe, and I was like looking like in shock because I can't believe I just had this real dream. This was a realistic, yeah, I may have been sleeping, but I just saw the enemy, or parts of the enemy. And I remember getting up and out of the bed, just straight up like gasping for air, and again in shock that I just saw the enemy who was defeated in Jesus Christ's holy name. And I remember seeing on my wall, in which at that time, like again, it was like 6 o'clock, so the sun was coming up. But I just remember seeing like a lot of little black things on the wall, and then they disappeared. You would think that one person who experienced some type of dream of that would turn their life around, but I didn't. Years later, now here we are, and I am. And I want to make sure that the Lord gives me everything that I need to say to you guys, and that this is not just coming from just me. I want it to be Him. The time that we used to have, or thought we used to have, we no longer have. We live our life thinking that we're going to make it to our 60s, 70s, 80s. But there are people who do not. It's time to stop playing games. I've decided that I am going to give my life wholly to God. I don't want to play this in and out game. I don't want to fit in. I want to give God everything, all of me. I want to learn how to walk and talk like Him. I want to learn how to think like Him, hear like Him. Every being of my body, I want it to be like Him. Get your life right. Don't think that you have all the time in the world. As it states in the Bible, no man knows the hour that he's coming back. Not even him, but God, the Father. He knows. There's going to be thousands of people, probably even more than that, left behind. God is looking, as it states in the Bible, for people who are clean, no spots. So you may be a believer, but don't want to forgive Julie over here. Where do you think you're going? How do you ask the Lord to forgive you if you can't forgive others? Fornicators, adulterers, all of them, as it states in the Bible, have their place. I don't say this to judge. I just say this because there have been warnings on my life, on family members' lives that I know, on friends' lives that I know. And the worst thing that you could ever do is not to tell the truth. This is not my truth. This is his truth. This is truth. Whether one believes that hell exists or not is not going to stop the existence of hell. Whether one believes that heaven exists or not does not stop the existence of heaven. The last thing that anyone wants to do is to be sent to hell and never see their family ever again. I say this as a warning because I and myself have been warned. Get your life right. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. The new me. The new me.